What's going on, guys? Welcome back. So just a quick little video. I know I'm exhausted, but at the same time I'm happy and relieved because you guys remember when I painted the smart car a couple of months ago? Well, when I started that car, I parked my lab rat. The lab rat is the Mitsubishi Mirage. I parked that car and it took me about 3 weeks to paint the smart. And when I came back to my car, it didn't want to start. Well, it started, but it was just misfiring or puttering. I thought maybe because I had ran the engine without an O2 sensor for the longest time, because I used to have a T3 turbo, but Max Speeding Rods hooked me up with the GT35 with the billet compressor wheel, and that one uses a 3-inch downpipe. So I did a 3-inch downpipe, but I didn't install an O2 bung or O2 sensors, not even the upstream or downstream, narrow or wideband, whatever you call them. I didn't install any of that, so I thought that the computer, like the ECU, was, just compensating, like fuel, like adding fuel, and it became so rich that now I'm just having problems with it. That wasn't the case for sure. Let me flip the camera. So here's a car, and there's a few things. First thing you'll notice is that little boot. I had wrapped it with a piece of cardboard and I put it there. I guess somehow it caught fire or something. The manifold. I'll get some replacement wires. But anyways, I put new NGK spark plugs. Didn't fix the problem. Car was still puttering. I checked the fuel pressure on the fuel regulator over here. You could go all the way to like 80 if you wanted to. But the more gas you gave it, like the worse it would feel. So I even turned it down to about 10 psi of fuel, and it felt a little better, but it was still like misfiring like crazy. So I checked the compression, they were all good, 160 to 175, around that area. I checked the injectors with the fuel rail, that's why it has some zip ties, so the injectors wouldn't pop off. But I got the injectors with the fuel rail, laid them on top of here, cranked it, and they were all pulsing fuel. So I was good. The spark plugs, they were all sparking. So I mean, I had spark, fuel, pressure, compression. So I didn't know what was going on. I replaced the distributor, and this bottom section is the coil, and it has a cam, and then the rotor with the cap. I thought it wasn't giving the whole voltage, so I replaced it. It was still doing the same thing after that. Here it is, brand new distributor for my car. You see, that's all it does. So it's definitely not the distributor. I was kind of running out of ideas. I even replaced the ECU on the inside. All right, another day, another part. Today I'm replacing the ECU, and let's just hope this is it. I was already in here, the ECU's right there. So it took a few days, of course, and I replaced the ECU, cranked it, and guess what? It was still doing the same thing. All right, let's try it. I'm passing cables with the truck. I doubt it. Fuck. I was running out of ideas for sure. I was even giving up on the car. I said, man, I mean, let's just let it crank and start okay-ish, and I'll get rid of it and get rid of the problems. But like, that wasn't the case. Like, I knew that if I started this car, I was gonna keep it because there's no other car like this in town, like make and model. This is the only one, and I have it. I've done many paint jobs on it, and now this won't be the last. So this right here is what, the 6th, 7th paint job maybe, and we called it the Lavender. It's a play on words because it's kind of like a lavender. It's a lavender base with the violet ghost pearl, and then it has this crystallization with urea, and it looks like shattered glass, like broken. So that's why I thought of a broken, broken love. So it's like love ender. Anyways, whatever. It's just a paint. Anyway, so we'll fix that later on. Anyways, what ended up happening, so I can start the car, the most silliest. Anyways, I didn't have the upper cover for the timing installed, but like I said, when I parked it, the car was just fine. It's probably those little the mud daubers, dirt daubers, whatever, that they threw some mud in here. And you see that gear down there? That's the crank sensor. I mean the crank sprocket or gear. So basically some dirt landed on top of that, and two of those gears were full and compacted with dirt. So when the belt rotated, it also jumped a few teeth. So it jumped so much that, well, right here, you see this pin? When I would put it on the timing marks on top, the cam with the timing mark, this pin would be over here, somewhere here. Trying to make a mark, but it didn't. Anyways, and I went back to the video when I had replaced the valves on, I think, cylinder number 2, because this is an interference engine, and when it rotates and if it's not on time, it will bend valves for sure. And that's why I wasn't even thinking about out of time. But anyways, it ended up being out of time, so much, about a quarter of a turn out of time. So I put the top one and the timing mark, which is right here, and then on the bottom one I took off the belt, and by hand, slowly, so I could feel if I'm touching the valves. But I slowly turned it, put it on time, put the belt tensioner, and I didn't put the covers back on, but just so I can test it. But I cranked it. It ended up starting right away, immediately. It just boom. I was like, wow. And I wasn't even mad or disappointed because I bought, like, I don't know, like new spark plugs, another distributor, an ECU. I was just happy that this car was running again. So here's the Love Ender Lab Rat. And yeah, it works right now. I have the exhaust over there, the full exhaust. So right now I'm just like running with the downpipe somewhere up to here. But I'll go ahead and crank it real quick. And let's see. That's my starter. But yep. The hose gauge isn't even connected right now. So right here, look, check it out. Here's my stock ECU, which I had to replace. There's a distributor right there. Bunch of tools in here, like electronics that I've been working on. And check it out, my shifter. So yep, so like I said, the car is running again. I just wanted to show you guys. It hasn't been in the channel in a couple of months. I guess for the same reason. Even on my truck, I've been working on it, replacing parts here and there, and I still have many parts saved up for the truck, as I do for the car. And I'm gonna end up working on my car now that, you know, the company, the art captain, sent us one of their multi-process welders. I want to do a little bit of welding. So check this out. This is inside the trunk, and this little void where the spare tire goes, I want to cut that out from here and just replace it with the sheet metal, just flatten up the trunk. And then from the bottom right here, these I think it's the bumper support, but from the bottom, those chassis, I want to reinforce it with extra steel and bring some brackets out so that I can do a chassis mount wing. So that's a few projects that I want to do. Just to install a chassis mounted wing. And at the same time, I know I had already said that this was the Lavender was going to be the last paint job that I did on this car, so that I can move forward with a different project. But someone in the comments left a donation just right below this video. There's a few little thumbnails or icons, whatever, and one of them is a super thanks, and somebody donated $75 to the channel. So really blessed, really like grateful. Thank you so much. And what I'm gonna do with that is I'm going to paint the car for you, for that guy that you know donated those $75. I'm gonna paint the whole car and name it after you. So yeah, I don't know what color yet, but I'm gonna buy that paint with that money. I'm gonna do the work, and of course I'm gonna throw some pearls or whatever from eye candy as well. Get this car painted one last time, and that's gonna be the last time for sure. Like, cause I don't want to be working with the same car over and over again. I wanted to get a new project, which I found one, and it is just about 15 miles away, and I wanted to go get it, but I just like I need help, and you know, like, I don't know. Thank you guys so much for watching. That was it for this video, just a small little rant. And although I look tired, disappointed, or whatever, I'm so happy and relieved that this car works once again, because like I said, I wasn't even I was considering of just junking the car. I was just getting tired, and luckily that I didn't. It was just a little bit more time that I needed to spend with it. It's not about the money or the parts, just time to figure it out. And like I said, I'm not even worried about the parts that I installed now. It has them, and I have secondary ones for backup as well. So even the tires, if you check out the tires, it has a black one on the back and a white one, different wheels. So that's because I messed up one or possibly two of the tires, and even these right here are already dry rot. So it's gonna get a new makeover. I mean, even the turbo, I have the GT35. So like I said, I was thinking about installing a smaller turbo with an external wastegate, but those are all plans. And I was looking at one of my older videos where I made my 3.0 garage, and in that video I mentioned a couple of things that I wanted to do, and you know, like looking back at it, I accomplished everything that I said. And you know, it kind of put me in an emotional state right there, because looking back, you know, I felt like I was just parked for the last few weeks and I haven't uploaded anything, and I felt like giving up for sure. But nah, like there's so much things that I need to do and keep on moving forward. There's a lot of you know, people that appreciate the help that I, you know, the info, the tips, some of the parts that I put out in the channel. Very informative, as some people call it. So I want to keep on going. It don't matter what car it is, the work is work, and you know, it's because of you guys. So I want to thank you guys for watching, you know, subscribing to the channel, and leaving some positive comments, some thumbs up and all that stuff. So like, I even learned from you guys. So Sinformant, he's been helping me out with a couple of comments on this new welder, so shout out to Sinformant. He's been in the channel for quite a while too. So just a small little rant, guys. 13 minutes. Well, all right, so I'll catch you guys on the next video. We'll see what we have, what we work on, but yeah, I'll see you guys.